Here's the internet. So on this side, we have Amazon, you have Lowe's. They're all over here. They're fighting for all of this. And over here, it's fun. It's puppy dogs, kitty cats. Where do you want to be?
Yeah.
Where do you think your business fits? We still have a presence over here,
Sure.
but where we're building our business is over here on the front.
Money follows attention. Attention shifts. It was in the circulars 35 years ago.
Right.
And so if you're not willing to shift where you put your time and your effort in your business to get attention, then you probably will end up losing. You can't just get complacent. And it sounds like some things have worked, and we all know in business, some things really don't work.
Yeah, they don't. And that's why you just keep swinging at it.
Welcome to the Grit Blueprint Podcast, the playbook for building unmistakable brands that grow, lead, and last in the built world. I'm Stephanie Couch, the founder of Grit Blueprint, and I'm a lifelong building industry insider. I was raised here, built my career here, and now my team and I help others win here. The truth is, you can be the best option in your space and still lose to someone else who simply shows up better and more consistently. Each week on the Grit Blueprint, I'm going to show you how to stand out, earn trust, and turn your brand into a competitive advantage that lasts. If you're ready to be seen, known, chosen, and become unmistakable, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
Thank you for joining me on the Grit Blueprint Podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Couch, and I'm here today with the man of the hour, Pat Sullivan. Last night, you won a Beacon Award, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And you gave a riveting, hilarious speech. You had the whole crowd roaring with laughter.
I always say I'm just a village idiot. So
everyone loves the village idiot.
I know.
Pat.
You know what? There's not enough village idiots probably in the world.
Definitely not in our industry, you know, so I think it stands out. Well, you actually won an award last night for the Digital Beacon Award.
Right.
So we're going to dig in today. I want to get started talking a little bit about all the amazing things you're doing at Sullivan's.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about you and your store. You've been in the business a long time.
Great.
Family business, right?
Yes, family business. My father started in 1954.
Wow.
And then I came along when I was in like third grade.
Yeah.
So I've literally spent my entire life on one corner, even though we have other stores, our main stores that, so.
It's like, it sounds like a CCR song, Down on the Corner.
Down on the corner. The biggest move we made was from one corner to the other corner in 1981. And that was big. I missed the other corner.
That's funny.
But,
well, you know, you bought the business in 1989 from your family. You're
1989.
89,
yeah.
And you're one of 7 siblings, and you bought the business.
Yes.
How did that go?
With my other siblings?
Yeah.
Well, I have 5 sisters.
Okay.
We were a really small hardware store. So when I started working, and then we moved to the other corner in 81, 82. We had been on that corner since 1963. My father had a previous store in downtown Indianapolis, and he moved around the corner about 75 blocks. So it kind of moved to the edge of town. But anyway, so it was just a small store. So my other siblings, they're all educated and stuff. You know, I'm actually the only one without a college degree. So I did go to college for just 3 days. And
was it the best 3 days of your life?
It was. I actually went down a week early, 2 weeks. So I joined a fraternity, had that experience, and then I had a bowling class. And my bowling professor kind of really changed my life.
Yeah.
Really set me.
Sometimes all it takes is 3 days.
Yeah. And so I quit soon enough that I got all my money back. I went home because I really thought, I cannot be hungover this much. So then that way I went home, I bought a house when I was 18 and went to work.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I grew up in a hardware store too, actually. My dad owned a hardware store and a lumberyard. And I had a very similar experience, but I did go to college and I came right back and ran the hardware store and lumberyard. Yep. And, you know, I never wanted to do anything else. I just felt like I was built for business. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I did. I knew it's always what I wanted to do. I really enjoyed it. I'm just kind of a daydreamer too, you know. Yeah. They probably have letters to describe that now, don't they?
There's a lot of testing now, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure you'd fail.
I would have failed all of those.
Yes. Well, I want to talk a little bit about what you're doing today because you guys have a really cool business. You have 4 stores.
Yes.
Tell me where the stores are. Tell me a little bit about the business as it stands today, and then I want to get into some of the marketing and digital stuff.
So first of all, the genius that I am, I have 4 stores. They're all different.
Yeah.
So really, it's really kind of hard to market them. So I have a little store in Cicero, Indiana. It's just a plain hardware store. Not just plain, but it's a nice little hardware store.
Sure.
And then we have a store in the historic part of Indianapolis. Actually, this was my idea. It's right by the governor's mansion.
Oh.
And I thought if I moved there, I could get some state business.
Yeah.
That didn't work, no. So, but it's really cool.
Evidently, you have to do a little different thing than just live next door.
I thought if we were neighbors, maybe throw me a contract over the fence.
The governor is not Mr. Rogers, evidently.
No. So, but it's a really cool area. And we have a 6,000 square foot store and then about a 3,000 or 4,000 square foot greenhouse. And it really is. And the people, are so dedicated. Our customers are so dedicated to that store. It really is a great one. And then our Keystone store is kind of where 71st and Keystone is where I've spent my life. My dad probably was smarter and he saw what was coming. He thought, I need to get the hell out of here. So he sold it to me. And things were changing so quick. All of a sudden, we had some regional box stores but then, Lowe's was the first one to town. And at the time, Lowe's was kind of like, everybody puts 4 stores, northeast, west, south. Well, then, one landed right on top of us. And so things were changing rapidly. And we still had great customers and we were always strong in lawn and garden. So we had that, but we had, I always call it the sympathy business. People would come in, they get something, they go, we always bought our hardware from your daddy. And it's like, that's great, but I wanted people excited to come in my store. I didn't really want, I take that back. We rung up the sympathy business. We took the sympathy business, but I really wanted more. I wanted excitement. So, we started doing some traveling and we were already strong in like say lawn and garden. But I thought if I could just be a good hardware store and then kind of be a leader. And we said we wanted to be a leader in 5 things. Yeah. And so that's what we did.
What 5 things?
Lawn and garden was a natural. Okay. Barbecue grills. We wanted to be kind of the grill. And then mid-price patio furniture was going to be a big one. Fireplaces. And this is weird. I know it's going to sound weird. Artificial Christmas trees. So we failed in fireplaces. And it's important because everything doesn't always work out. Yeah. Fireplaces, it turned out, first of all, we had a beautiful display. We had 8 working fireplaces.
But it was pretty hot in there.
Hell yes, it was. And that was the problem. We could never run them. It was so hot. Yeah. It's like I just never, see, that's the problem. No education. I never made the connection
didn't think about that
it was going to be really hot. And the other thing, turns out nobody really changes their gas logs all that often.
Yeah, it's a kind of a one and done.
Yeah, you get them and that's it.
Yeah.
So along the way, we picked up gift. And in kind of a very odd way, our furniture, so we built a new store behind our store on Keystone Avenue. We opened in 2004 at this store. And it went, really well. It was an instant kind of success, I would say. The way I bought our property, which was also, I was just like buying up a neighborhood, which was really odd. But so there was an old farmhouse that we had owned since 1973, kind of the farmhouse for that area. And so we needed more space for patio furniture. So we decided to build, like a porch on it, 3-sided porch for all of our patio furniture in addition to what we had in the store. And so it was really cool that we painted the farmhouse yellow and it kind of stood out. And someone came in and said, hey, what are you going to do with the inside? I said, I don't know. She goes, what about a gift shop? So then that's how we ended up with a gift shop. Yeah. And that does a couple $1 million a year. It's
such a great idea. My actually town I live in, a little small town in Georgia, and they have a great store that, they do a ton on gifting. Yeah. And for a long time, it was almost the only place to get like a wedding registry anywhere because there was no big box anywhere. Now there are some, but people love it. And it's I buy Christmas gifts there a lot. It's just so great. They gift wrap for free, so I can have something beautiful purchased, don't have to wrap it.
It is it's just, retailers are always looking for things that we can be the best at. That, that we can't get hurt by the box stores. And that's one of them. I mean, Lowe's, like we sell dresses, ladies' dresses, and like you don't see any dresses at Lowe's, do you?
I got to come to the store. Do you have hats?
Yes, we have hats.
Oh, well, we need to set this up. If you have pink hats, I'm all in.
I'm not sure that we have pink hats. So
well, I'll tell you
I might be stretching it on that one.
I'll tell you when I'm coming. Maybe you can make it happen. You've done a lot to innovate. And I think that's the thing is you can't rest on your laurels. You can't just get complacent. And it sounds like some things have worked. And we all know in business, some things really don't work.
Yeah, they don't. And that's why you just keep swinging at it.
Yeah. And you have done a lot on the digital side. So you talked a lot about being different, standing out. I obviously resonate with that deeply. I love to figure out a way to make people pay attention to your business, especially in a place that maybe it is a little boring by nature. And you won this Digital Beacon Award for the first time this year here at IHI. Tell me about what you guys are doing with your marketing, because marketing, in my opinion, for most business owners in the hardware, lumber, building industry, it's kind of a cuss word and not the kind you like to use.
Right.
It's the type of word that is a waste of money. You can't track it, not really sure if it's worth it. We have word of mouth, but you guys have flipped that on its head. Tell me what you're doing at Sullivan.
Well, what we aren't doing is maybe it's our large metro area. I mean, the circulars that we were doing they just weren't pulling like they would. I remember way back when I was a kid, it's like when we put out a circular, it was huge.
Yeah.
And so then we realized it's like, after the box stores, of course, then here comes the internet. Who thought that was going to make it, right? I'm still not sold on that thing.
Still iffy whether the World Wide Web is really going to continue to be worldwide.
A little touch and go on that thing, Amazon. So then we were dealing with that. So then we went from the box store thing where we try to, put in some cool things and be a leader and all those things. Well, then here comes the internet and the internet that, so then we realized it was entertainment. So then we had to become an entertainment venue, and that's kind of what we've done.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun with social media. And as I said last night, it's like, I wish I remembered his name. I don't think he's at Do It Best anymore, but we were all fired up. We need to sell online like everybody else. And he just puts up his hands like this. Here's the internet. So on this side, we have Amazon, we have Lowe's, we have probably Sears.
Yeah.
JCPenney. They're all over here. They're fighting for, all of this. And this is a long time ago, and over here, it's fun. It's puppy dogs, kitty cats, and he just said, where do you want to be?
Yeah.
Where do you think your business fits? You want to go over here and mix it up? Or you want to, and so I realized it's like, it's like, we still have a presence over here, but where we're building our business is over here on the fun side.
Well, and what I love about that is, first of all, kudos to this guy who's a pariah in the internet age. What was this like in the late 90s, early 2000s?
Probably, I would say probably around 2005 to 2010, somewhere.
Pretty perceptive to pick up on that back then, and then also
we should name him. I have no idea who it was. Let's call him Jim.
Jim was.
So anyway, Jim knew what he was talking about.
But Jim helped you see that this over here.
Jim's name.
Art Jim. I was wondering what that was peeking over your sleeve there. Jim really helped you see that this is a blue ocean. Puppy dogs, kitty cats, cat videos. I like mini Highland cow videos and golden retriever videos personally. That's my thing. That's what my feed is. And, pink shoes and things like that. But at the end of the day, that was a blue ocean opportunity for you, somewhere where no one else is really swimming. Right. It feels really wildly uncomfortable to most people in our industry to swim in a place that's fun and out there and maybe makes you look a little less than professional and buttoned up.
I know, and that is a little problem. Not a problem, but it's just different. And maybe a lot of industries, like, we have some really, really talented businessmen, and they're not, not used to. I do a lot of stupid things on the internet, a lot.
Yeah.
But it's
awesome.
like,
It gets attention.
It does.
What I think people don't realize is that money follows attention. And attention is wherever at the time it changes. Attention shifts. Attention in our business right now is where it is. It was in the circulars 35 years ago.
Right.
And so if you're not willing to shift where you put your time and your effort in your business to get attention, then you probably will end up losing. And I think companies like Kodak and Blockbuster are a great example of you can win for a very long time with a certain path, and then all of a sudden that light can go off.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to go find another source of energy or money in that place of the profit, you will not be there, especially in a very traditional business like this.
Yeah, totally agree.
It's got to be able to be malleable. So tell me a little bit more about your team, because you've got an amazing daughter-in-law who is leading this digital charge. Her name is Arden.
Her name is Arden.
Tell me about Arden.
Arden went to school and she's a doctor. Dr. Arden was a chiropractor.
I love it.
She didn't like it. It's too slow. She has a lot of energy. I mean, so during COVID, she came to work at the store because nobody was chiropracting then.
Yeah, not a lot of back scratching.
Not a lot of chiropracting going on. So this came short, and the energy of, all of our stores during COVID were crazy. We're doing all these, curbside and all that stuff. So man, you just see her running. She just loved the energy of the store. So she kind of came to work, and then we kind of rolled into the digital, and she has such a talent. You can give her, like this morning or last night, they dropped a Wizard of Oz video because we have been under so much heat, like so much part of the country. This summer has been so hot that we are getting a break. And so the Wizard of Oz has come out. Low humidity is here. So, and the other great thing about the internet, so many other industries, if you copy someone's idea, you're frowned upon. Yeah. Not the internet.
No.
They give you a boom, high five for another take on. Look how many things you saw from Coldplay.
I know.
We had ours.
Oh my God.
It's like,
the video with Gwyneth Paltrow that just came out.
Oh, that was awesome.
And
what a smart move on their part.
It was so smart to say, you know what, I think there's something about that most people miss. When you try to hide something that everyone already knows, it's like, well, yeah, great job, PR company, to try to make this look like it wasn't as bad as it actually was.
Right.
But what if we just didn't do that? What if we just said, here we are in all of our ugly glory, and we made fun of ourselves, and we had a little self-deprecating humor? People resonate with that because at the end of the day, none of us are perfect. We don't have it together. We are just people trying to figure it out. None of us know what we're doing.
Everyone's trying to get through life.
That's right. And everybody feels that. So if you can find a way to connect with people in your business through experiences and through the humanity of it, that means that no matter what AI does, no matter how the products change, no matter how the marketing cycles change, people are going to see you and they're going to want to be a part of what you're doing. And that's important.
It is.
And you guys are doing that. I love it. I think that what you're doing is what everyone else in this industry should have their own spin on. They don't have to do it like you. They don't have to have humor and Santa shops and all these amazing things that you have. But how do you, as a business owner, find your special thing to quit being the best kept secret and start to show yourselves? You have to be seen. How are you going to be seen if you're not showing up where your customers already are? Where do you think, if you could give business owners, independent hardware and lumber business owners in this industry, a tip about getting started? Because this is scary. This is really different than most people. You talked about there's a lot of great business people out there, and they don't want to risk the reputation they've built, the serious professionalism.
No.
What would you give them as advice to get started doing something like this?
I think I would start with an underwear video of just like the management team.
How did you read my mind so clearly? We were thinking the same thing.
Were you?
It's scary.
It's because we kind of slowly did it, and it's just, but just having fun. Like what we always like to say, we sell fun. We try to emotionally attach our customers to our business. And the greatest comments, the most flattering comment when we get online would be, when I'm having a bad day, I come to your store
Yeah.
just to walk around. And that, it's like, that's what we're trying to hit. So, but we're a little different. So, but I think just having a little fun, not worrying about, sometimes, we're worried about price. It's always price.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, dude, you're not going to win the price game. Remember, that's over here. We're over here with puppy dogs. And again, that doesn't mean that price isn't important.
Sure. It's not the only thing.
In my case, and again, I know there's especially lumber, and they have all of the different things they do. But remember, I'm the best at 5 things. I'm a good hardware store, but I'm the best at 5.
Yeah.
So the price thing, it's like, if everybody, quite honestly, if the customer's only thing is price, they're not going to shop at my store.
Yeah.
So we're having fun.
Yeah. I think most people consciously, they want a good deal. They want fair, but they don't need it to be the cheapest. And that experience, think about the vacations people go on. Think about the choices we make in cars and clothing. You could always buy something that's cheaper, most likely.
Oh,
I mean, almost always. And there is that person that only cares about that.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're not your customer.
That's their thing. And sometimes it's almost, they really get satisfaction with finding the very best and using the yellow stamps or green stamps.
Sure.
They're still stamps.
You
don't even know because you're too young.
I've never been to the post office.
No, it's not those kind of stamps. You get you go to the grocery and you get stamps, and then you fill your booklet.
Your card.
And then
I remember. I'm not. I do.
You saw it in a movie.
At IGA, I went to IGA when I was a little girl, and this happened in my real life. This is a real life story. You just unveiled some childhood trauma for me of licking those stamps. They tasted horrible. They taste terrible.
I liked them.
You're weird, Pat.
I know.
In the best way.
Yeah.
So, Pat, thank you for joining me today. Maybe the funnest conversation I've had.
And you know what? About an hour, you'll go, wow, that was really about nothing.
30 minutes of absolutely nothing with Pat.
Yeah.
Hey, you should change your radio show to that.
So, well, we do always say it's a show about nothing.
It's a pretty good tagline.
Yeah, because even the radio show has changed because the internet, right?
Yeah.
Because before, when I started the radio show, people needed the information. They still need the information.
Yeah.
But now it's more about nothing.
Well, and it's fun. It's just a fun escape from maybe their reality every month. Or every week.
Every week, yeah.
Saturday, once a week.
Saturday, 4 hours long. You can join me on the internet if you'd like.
If you have a spare 4 hours every Saturday, Pat's willing to give you something to fill your time.
Nothing else going on.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for doing what you're doing to set a standard in the industry of something different. And you're standing out in a great way. And I'm going to come to your store when I come to Indy.
Oh, that'd be great.
I will be there in September.
Awesome.
So I will see you there.
Look forward to the pink hat.
Thank you for joining me.
Be on the lookout for the pink hat.
Have a great day at Orlando, the last day of the show. And make sure you have pink hats when I come in.
You got it.
Thank you for listening to the Grit Blueprint podcast. If this episode helped you think a little differently about how to show up, share it with someone in your building world who needs it. If you're ready to turn visibility into growth, then head to gritblueprint.com to learn more and book a call to talk to us about your growth strategy. Until next time, stay unmistakable.